Today makes 3 years since I had bariatric surgery, specifically the gastric sleeve. So let's eat lunch and chat about the things that I've learned over these past 3 years. Lunch, we're having Chick-fil-A because yes, I eat fast food after bariatric surgery. Secure the goodies. Let me show you what I got. I got the spicy cool wrap. This is only 350 calories and 40 grams of protein. I'm skipping out on the dressing because that adds like a good 300 calories. I also got the fruit cup. This is 70 calories. And then a medium Sunjoy. This is unsweet tea with diet lemonade for only 35 calories. The first thing that I learned is that obesity truly is a complex medical condition. And just like with all medical disorders and conditions, not everyone is going to suffer from it. Everyone's level of it is going to look differently because we are all unique individuals. Oh, I've never had the spicy version. This would have been so good with some buffalo sauce. 15 years ago now, when I was first dealing with weight issues, I was in the military. We just had our first child, and my leadership made me believe that it was a willpower thing. I was eating too much. I wasn't moving enough. And I was doing everything possible to get this weight off, and it just was not coming off, which had me spiral for the next 12 years after that until I got bariatric surgery. Now, point 2 piggybacks off of point 1, being that obesity is such a complex medical condition. You really have to be a nerd to your own body and understand what your internal health is saying. 15 years ago, 10 years ago, shoot, maybe even 5 years ago, none of these doctors were screaming hormones, check this, check that, get your blood work, all of this, all of that. Nobody was doing that. At least no doctors that I was coming into contact with. I've been working in healthcare all this time. I used to work in the ER, and I saw the other side of what happens when you don't pay attention to your body. Now I work in a more proactive state of healthcare where people are constantly getting their labs drawn, and they are doing their due diligence for themselves. If their doctors are not putting in the lab work, if insurance is not covering it, more and more people are paying for their labs themselves and figuring out what is going on with their body. Which kudos to a lot of women who are being proactive in doing this and figuring out what their hormones is saying, what their insulin is saying, what their thyroid is saying. So many things are impacted by our bodies and obesity, and it's just a webbing effect. This led me to care more about what my internal health is saying and less about the aesthetics of my body. Last thing I want to touch on is life after you have lost your weight. You guys, let me tell you, weight maintenance is so hard, especially when you were morbidly obese. It's not just about, again, willpower and doing the right things. Your body is still working against you, especially if you've done point 2 and figure out what your internal health is saying and have things like insulin resistance, PCOS, Hashimoto's. These last 3 years has shown me that this is going to be an everlasting journey of the mind, and I'm just gonna have to move with the highs and lows of what my body is doing. No matter where you're at in your bariatric journey, comment down below and let me know what are some things that you have learned that has helped or even hurt your journey.